Okay, I've got my rivets in, and I'm ready now to form the kydex, heat it up, put my knife blade and knife in it, press it down, and I've got everything kind of laid out, and I'll kind of show you why. First of all, this is only my third try at doing this. My first try turned out pretty good. This is just my little neck knife that I made. Turned out fairly decent. As you can see here, I was kind of stingy with the kydex. Second try with the knife that I made out of a file blade. Again, kind of stingy. I got to make another one for this. It fits good, and actually never put the last rivet in simply because I'm going to make another one. But this one here, as you can see, I've got more room on the outside, so when I shape this out and sand it, it should be plenty of room for that. Now, instead of going through this, it takes a while to heat this up and to mold it, so I'm not going to sit here 5 to 10 minutes to do this. I'm just going to show you the steps, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm taking it out of my press. So what I've got here is a Wagner heating gun, and what I will do with this heating gun is just heat the kydex up until it's pliable, and then after I do that, I'll put my knife blade in, set it where I want it. Then at that point, I will put the knife and the blade in my little press. I've got some clamps that I'm going to clamp here, and another clamp that I clamp here. Clamp it down and wait about a minute or two, and then take the knife out, and the kydex should have formed over my blade and the front part of my handle. Now, okay, I went through the process. I heated it up. I got it pliable. I inserted my knife and blade in it. I actually got a wooden dowel to stick in the end for a little drain hole for water if water gets in it. And let's see how it turned out now. I'm not that optimistic. I'm just going to really heavy critique it. I may do it over again, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. We'll see. And it's been about 4 minutes since I put it in. And let's see, as you can see, well, I don't really think I got it in that well. I can see the outline of the blade some, but let me get over here. Some, but not really the way I wanted it. Again, it may be too high in this area here, but there's a reason I got this so high, because I want to mount my tech lock on that. And again, it is there, so it might be actually okay. Just the mounting of the tech lock might be okay. But then again, let's do the $64 test. It comes out okay. It goes in. Alright. Here's my little dowel that I had for the hole. Let's see if I can see the hole through there, and I can. It actually opened it up quite a bit right there. So that is a drain hole there. Let's see here. That's definitely going to be a problem there. I can't even, it goes in. Put that on there. I may have to cut some of this out, which I probably will. Is it worth trying to go back in and trying to reshape it again? I think I am. I think I'm going to try to reshape this again. Okay, I did a redo, and it seemed to turn out a little bit better. You can see, I cut this off a little bit more. I lifted this up. The end of the blade, it took the shape a little bit better. The end of the blades here, the point of the blades here, it comes out a little bit easier, and that's in there. I think that's good, very good. So I think that's okay. I think the way that I'm going to have to adjust this particular sheath for retention and I didn't really want to do this. I wanted this actual eyelet to be the retention thing. I'm just going to cut a little bit off at a time and keep experimenting with it until the blade goes in fairly easy and still holds. I think maybe all I have to do is just do a little bit of cutting right here and kind of go from there. I did not put the drain hole in here. I didn't like the way it looked. I think there's an argument, maybe not an argument, but there's been some discussions on some videos about having a drain hole, not having a drain hole advantage. Well, I can see the advantage. If you get it water in here, the water's going to go out. And I was just thinking, worst case scenario, if I were to fall in a river, fall in a creek, had the knife on me, the first thing I'm going to do is probably take my knife out, let the water go out, and put the knife back in. Now, will the rest of the water drain out? Some of it may, but I'm still going to have water in here. So as soon as I get to a point where I can, I'm going to remove the knife. I'm going to clean it off, get the water off of it, and then just probably set this up and just let it dry. So that's my theory about the water drainage. Of course, I might be wrong. Post your comments, please, and kind of let me know what you think about that. But I think I'm going to stick with this design because I've got several more to make. And I'm just going to do some adjustments here, some sanding and some cutting. And when I get that done, I'm going to put my tech lock on here also. And I think what I can do is that I wanted to mount it 2 holes here, and I still can do that. Matter of fact, I think I can. So I still think I got plenty of room to do that. If I don't, I can put sort of hole here. I can put 1 hole here, 1 hole here, and then it'll be offset a little bit, but I still think it'll be fine for that. So right now I'm going to do some shaping and try to get this retention, and when I get that done, I'll come back and show you the results of that. Okay, I went out and I shaped my sheath, rounded it off. I sand with my little belt sander the edge here. I cut out an indentation here and also one here, and you can see the knife blade impression really good on here on the front and the back. And what I had to do was keep sanding and cutting, and I did have to adjust the retention here since I want these to stay here. And the more I thought about it, these are 1.5 inches apart. You know, those are 1.5 inches for mounting. Quite a different options that you have, and I probably am going to put some other things on here too. I'll show you later to make it a little bit more fancy. And I sanded it, and I just want to show you how good the blade fits. I've cleaned it out. Now I still have got to polish the blade. It's not finished yet. I've got to sand a little bit more and polish it and sharpen it. So if I make any scratches right now on the blade, that's okay. I didn't put any tape over it, so any sanding that I take off, the blade's still going to fit in here really nice, or maybe even a little bit looser. But kind of show you what I've got here right now. It goes in, and you can hear it as it goes in. A little snap right there. And one thing I've learned is that a lot of people tend to grab their kydex sheath and pull it out, which you can do. But then again, if it's mounted on your side, are you really going to reach over all the time and do that, especially if you got your hand tied up? So one thing that I made sure that I could do with this particular knife, once it is in here, is make sure I can take the sheath off just by using my thumb against this indentation point right here. And Gavkoo on his channel, recommends that. And yes, I can. I can just push it right off. It's kind of hard to get in. You can hear it snap. Good snap. And but I can take it off just with some thumb pressure there. So next, what I'm going to do is use this part here, down here, to mount my tech lock on. And once I get the tech lock on, I'll I've got a little bit of sanding to do here and finish this off, and a few more things I'll probably want to do to this. But I think it turned out fairly decent for my level of skill here for this. And again, I was kind of concerned about the knife handle itself. I had put polyurethane on it yesterday, but it's polyurethane is holding up really well on that edge. That might wear out a little bit, and I'll just have to keep an eye on that. But I think that over time this will actually stretch out a little bit more. I got plenty of play, and I just kind of love that sound when I put it in.